Now we are in the heart of Frankfurt here, and it's a little bit noisy. We've got some sirens, maybe some trains, even some boat traffic. But that is not going to distract us from this beautiful looking bike here, which belongs to Swiss athlete Imogen Simmonds, who is a 3-time Ironman 70.3 champ, and this will be her debut Ironman, in fact, at Ironman Frankfurt. And this bike here is her Canyon Speedmax CF SLX. Now the most eye-catching thing I think about this Canyon is the frame set, and in particular the custom colorway that goes with it. You don't see the custom colors too often aside from the top pros, and Imogen was saying when they asked her what she liked, she said, well, I like blue and yellow, so I'd call this more of a turquoisey blue, but that runs into this yellow at the back of the frame and just makes it really eye-catching, I think, and definitely going to stand out on race day. Now another really eye-catching aspect of this Canyon is the front end, which they've updated yet further still to make it even more aero than it was on previous editions. And what I mean by that is they've taken their riser blocks that used to sit directly below the arm cups and the ski poles, and they've snugged them up, narrowed them into the middle of the base bar, so you can see them sitting here, but far more aero. I can't see anything that the wind is going to hit anymore, and around that they've updated and adapted the hydration system that sits on the front end. So we've now got a compartment here to the front, another compartment here to the rear, and then obviously at the back there's the standard bento box that they've always had for gels and food and other aspects of nutrition that you need on race day. Now, talking about this front end in particular, we've got a new riser or slight upswing to the base bar that you can see here that Imogen's using. There is another flat option that Canyon offer too, but this is the one that Imogen's gone for. Looks very comfy indeed. Talking about comfort, Canyon have got these very specific grips that they have here on the base bar, and then again up here a more spongy grip that they have on their ski extensions. I think that looks really nice, very comfortable. Nice option to standard bar tape that you get. And talking about comfort again, something you see a lot of these athletes using now are ski bars, ski extensions, or just a slight ski angle, to that. Just makes things a lot comfier, takes the pressure off the wrist when they're in their aero position. Very nice looking set of arm cups, again custom to the Canyon bike. And the final part of the front end that I can see here that Imogen's got is her Pioneer bike computer. So now moving on to the gearing and group set on Imogen's bike, and starting with that front end, we've got the SynchroShift Di2 shifters up there on the base bar, and then obviously the blips up on the end of the ski extensions. Full Durace Di2 group set. We've got a 3954 tooth chainring with 172.5 length cranks. At the end of those, we've got normal Durace Shimano pedals, and interconnected into those cranks, we've got a Pioneer Power Meter 2. We've got, Imogen tells me, an 1128 cassette here for race day, and standard Shimano chain. Right then, so moving along to the wheel set on Imogen's bike, and these are DT Swiss wheels we can see here. On the front, we've got a Arc 110 die cut, which is made in collaboration with Swiss Eyes, as you can see there on the sticker. Lovely looking front wheel, not too deep, so excellent for most race course choices. Now moving on to the back here, this disc as well, something that I haven't ever seen before because DT Swiss haven't made discs, and in the past athletes have had specialized Roval discs with the DT Swiss stickers badged up, but we're told that this is now a DT Swiss disc, but as yet not available to anybody other than the pros. Now moving on to the tyres on these wheels, we've got Schwalbe Pro 1 tubeless ready in 25mm, front and back. Right, so wrapping up last few little bits and pieces on Imogen's bike, we need to talk about our saddle choice, and there's a fairly standard road type of affair on here. This is the Bontager Anja Elite that she is using. Hydration, also let's talk about that. She's using an Elite Aero bottle down here, which she puts all her gels or concentrated gel mix in there on race day. She's got the rear hydration setup on the Canyon, which she just has a standard water bottle on there, and at the front, well, as I talked about before, that new updated hydration system, well, you can see the straw coming out of the front compartment, and on the little rear compartment there's a little plug hole that you can pull out on the go to fill your water bottles back into. Well, it's been a pleasure to have a look at Imogen's brand new race bike here, and as you all know probably already, I'm a huge fan of custom colorways, and this is no exception. Really love the look of that turquoise running into yellow that she's got here, so hopefully this will be going extra fast on race day because of it. Hope you've enjoyed this video, so please hit that thumb up like button. Find the globe on screen to get all the other videos that we make here on GTN. And since this is a Speedmax we're talking about here, if you want to see a video that we did about the evolution of the Speedmax, well, you can find that over there.